Like what you hear? Why not drop a line at www.radiowaterloo.ca.
Or if you would like to request a song, check out Radio Waterloo on Facebook and Twitter.
Or call us at 519-884-2567. You are listening to the new 102.7 CKMS FM.
We ended up seeing the next match after that. We saw Jesse Bieber go against Cuban sensation Elian Habanero. And I want to bring in a brand new segment called Memorable Match of the Night. And the morning after, I was still reeling off the feeling of that match. And to me, highlights of these events require a certain X factor. And usually I try to avoid the bandwagon jumpers in the world of PWA, but I feel a certain amount of hype up for a match can only go so far. And although there are a couple of moments that stand out during that night, there's a lot of hype for the No Holds Barred match. But the only highlight from that match came at the end when Bieber brought the title back to monthly action. The real highlight are the ones that you wake up to the next morning. The moments you can tell your friends are the ones that you can brag to your family or the people at work. We were provided with a quality match. I don't know if these two guys are friends outside of the ring, but you could tell that they know each other's skill set. We saw Cuba accidentally botch a move, like how I said, and they ended up improvising something in the ring. These are points where they knew where they can rib each other to a certain point. I like how at the beginning of the match, Jesse overused his spray bottle, and Cuba, and we ended up saying, hey, you want to make yourself any more wet? And he made it himself soaking wet to the point where Cuba took it and smashed it on the ground. And you could say these guys are both comfortable within their own shoes in the match. And you can tell I've never been able to see, I've seen Jesse Bieber a few times wrestle, but this is the best match I've seen him wrestle in, and you can tell he was in his element. And same thing with Cuba. But yeah, as I said though, Cuba threw up his McDonald's all over the wrestling ring. Basically, something happened at some point during the match where, let's just say, Cuba's McDonald's ended up all over the ring, and it was quite an interesting situation, to say the least. Jesse Bieber coming out talking crap on Monzy, which is pretty funny. Jesse Bieber said, if I want to talk to you about Christmas, Santa Claus, I'll talk to you. Basically telling Monzy to shut up. And Monzy was like, what's wrong with Christmas? Or something like that. I don't know what he said, but this was definitely a great match. Nonetheless, we actually had some raw footage from that night where there's a point where Cuba ended up, Jesse Bieber was throwing Cuba in the one corner of the ring, and I don't know if Cuba botched it or if he was trying to make it look like he botched it, or maybe he actually couldn't. I've seen him do this move before, where if you're running against the ring and you reverse it, instead of slamming into the ring post, you end up kind of jumping up on it. And Cuba tried it a couple times. It was really funny, and he made it look funny. And Jesse Bieber gets down on his knees, he starts laughing and hysterically at him. And Cuba, embarrassed, saying, I tried to do it. And then he goes to bite Jesse Bieber right in the butt. He got a taste of Jesse Bieber's booty-os right in the ring, and that was pretty funny. But nonetheless, though, to be able to have Jesse Bieber and Cuba's match, I'd say it was the memorable match of the night.